What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We are doing a prediction video today for Cyndaquil, Quilava, and Typhlosion. Cyndaquil is known as a Fire Mouse Pokemon. It evolves into Quilava at level 14. And Quilava is known as the Volcano Pokemon, and it evolves into Typhlosion level 36. Typhlosion is also known as the Volcano Pokemon, so yeah, that didn't evolve. It just stayed the same. But let's go over the stats of this Pokemon and give a prediction for what's going to happen in Pokemon Crystal. So, to start off with Cyndaquil, which is our first stage, 39 HP, 52 attack, 43 defense, 60 special attack, 50 special defense, and 65 speed. So, all in all, pretty fast Pokemon to start the game. It also has a pretty good special, and attack's not bad. Mainly, this is not a very good HP or defensive Pokemon, so it's pretty frail. But most starter Pokemon, or most first stage Pokemon are. At level 14, like I said, we evolve into Quilava. Quilava comes out with 58 HP, 64 attack, 58 defense, 80 special attack, 65 special defense, and 80 speed. So very fast, good special attack, which is great because we're fire type, and then pretty decent physical attack. So then at level 36, we get our final evolution, and we evolve into Typhlosion. Typhlosion has 78 HP, which isn't great, 84 attack, which is pretty good, 78 defense, 109 special attack, 85 special defense, and 100 speed. So pretty decent stats across the board. Speed and special attack are definitely our two best stats, which is great because we're fire type. And then attack is 84. And we're, like I said, we're not super frail, but we're probably the frailest of all the starters, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's our that's the stats of these Pokemon. Let's go and go to the moveset. So as we level up, or as we start the game, I should say, we start off with Tackle and Leer. Tackle is 35 base power, 95% accurate move. It is not a stab move or anything, it's just a basic move, but we do level up pretty quick with this Pokemon. And at level 6 we get to Smokescreen, which is an accuracy lowering move. That will have its purposes, but probably not a lot. Probably won't use it very long. We'll use some TMs early to help us get through some things. And at level 12 we get Ember. Ember is the first actual stab move we get. It's 40 base power, it's 100% accurate, and with stab it's 60 base power. So it's a very good move to have early, but it's like one of the worst fire moves ever. Fire Pokemon kind of get this shaft when it comes to level up moves, because look how long we got to go. We got to go another 15 levels before we get our next fire move. Whereas water Pokemon seem to go from Bubble to Water Gun, and then there's usually some water move you can have that's like really. You can get Surf pretty early in this game, so like before you even beat the third gym or fourth gym, you can get Surf, and there's nothing like that overpowers fire types. So. But Ember, nonetheless, is our first stab move, and then at level 19 we get Quick Attack. Quick Attack is just a better version of Tackle. It has move priority, and it's more accurate, and it's a little bit more powerful. And at level 27, now, none of this is including level up. So these levels in which we get moves get pushed back a smidge when you level up. But nonetheless, at level 27 we get Flame Wheel, 60 base power, 100% accurate. With Stab, it's 90 base power, so it's pretty powerful. 36 we get Swift. And 46 we get Flamethrower. Swift we learned a lot sooner than this. We don't need to learn it via level up. We'll get it via TM pretty early. And like I said, Flamethrower level 46, 95 base power, 100% accurate with Stab. Oh man, what's that with Stab? It's like 43 base added to that, so that's 138 base power with Stab. Now, Flame Wheel will probably have a very short shelf life, to be honest with you, because we can get some moves via TM. But I just want to go over that. That is our level up moveset. It's not the worst moveset to have. It's pretty good. 46, Typhlosion. I think Typhlosion learns this in the 50s, to be honest with you. Very good moveset, nonetheless. It's not very good type coverage, but it's very powerful moveset, nonetheless. So let's go ahead and go over the TM moveset now. Hopefully it's not too disjointed here. Try to squeeze it into the space I have here. Go over some of the moves we have. Dynamic Punch probably won't get used in this playthrough at all. I don't think of any playthrough I have it will be used. Look at that accuracy, 50%, not useful at all. We get this TM whenever we beat what's his name, Chuck, the gym leader, and it's very weak. It might be useful for like a fighting type Pokemon, so that might be the benefit to it if you have a fighting type for that one really big one-hit knockout that you need. But it's 5 power points, it's very inaccurate, so it doesn't seem like a move that's going to have a lot of longevity in any kind of playthrough, to be honest with you. We also get access to Headbutt. Headbutt is 70 base power, 100% accurate. It coincides with our attack stat, so it's not the best one, but the good side about Headbutt is when you hit, you have the option to make the opposition flinch. So that's good. Curse, never really used it, but I think what Curse does, it eliminates the opposition's, it eliminates your own health, and it puts like the opposition in like kind of like poison. It just eats away at their health over turns. So Curse and Rest apparently are a very good strategy to have together. And in a rollout is a rock move we get access to. I'm not going to use this move, but I haven't used this move in a long time. Honestly, I barely remember what it does. I think it perpetuates and gets the move kind of doubles over time. It's not very powerful, like I said, but it can be powerful. There is a use for it. If you don't miss, it's great because it just keeps adding to the attack. Roar, not going to use. Talk's not going to use. Rock Smash, not going to use. Hidden Power, we're probably going to have to go with Hidden Power Ice with this Pokemon. So Hidden Power Ice seems to be the most popular Hidden Power because Ice will take out a lot of the grass types that you come across. It takes out Flying type. It takes out Rock. It takes out Ground. It also takes out Dragon type. And you have two of the landmark fights in this game are Dragon type. Okay, you also have your rival who has a Golbat, which is Flying type, so super effective. And I just think that's probably one of the better ones to have. So Hidden Power Ice would probably be our move here. If you don't know, the way you do this is you can use what's called PK Hex. I'm sure there's other programs you can use, but I use PK Hex, and you can modify your stats so that's your hidden power. So what it is what your stats add up to based on which stat has what stat. Like attack has X stat and defense has X in your IVs. Adds up to whatever it adds up to gives you a hidden power for that. So you can literally get any type in the game. Hidden Power Ice, though, seems to be the best route to go with this Pokemon. Sunny Day is a move that boosts attack or fire moves. I don't like this move because, one, it takes up a whole move slot, and we want coverage more than anything. I guess if it's like a final battle and you need it, that's like the benefit to it. But long term, over the course of the game, it's not that great to have, except maybe like the last battle against Red. But what it does, it boosts fire moves for like, I think it's like 4 or 5 turns. So it makes it more like my Flamethrower would be way more powerful with this. Okay, Snore, not going to use. Hyper Beam, not going to use. Protect, Endure, Frustration, not going to use. Iron Tail, not going to use, but I could see where it could be useful in some areas, but not really. They're going to be used. Earthquake, absolutely going to be used. Very powerful move. Physical damage move, very good. Return, I think I figured out how to get Return now. Get it, so that'll be very useful. It's a good physical damaging move. It's a normal type, so the benefit of Earthquake is it does have that typing of ground, which is effective against a lot of your oppositions. Well, Return is just very powerful. Okay, and you add the Pink Bow with that, and Return becomes a very, very, very strong move that people have to deal with. Plus, it goes with your physical attack stat. Now, like I said, we don't have the greatest physical attack stat, but we don't have the worst either, so it'll work very well. Dig is a 60 base power move in Generation 2, not 100 like it is in Gen 1. We can use that, and that would be very useful against like Whitney, because she starts doing rollout, you just dig and battle over. But we also maybe not want to use Dig if we don't have to, because it's good to have Paris Havoc, because eventually we're going to get rid of Dig and probably replace it with Earthquake. So later in the game when we need to dig out of places, we won't have Dig. So Mud Slap, very good early, help out with Ghost type Pokemon, things like that. Double Team, not going to use. I can't use Double Team, it's outlawed. Swagger, Sleep Talk, not going to use. Fire Blast, maybe, but it's to lose that 50% accuracy just for a little bit more boost over Flamethrower, not worth it. Just stick with Flamethrower. This is for that like one battle where you really need that boost, and then you pair that with Sunny Day. I guess you got like that's why it's called the Volcano Pokemon, I guess. Swift, we can get pretty early. 60 base power, never misses except for against Ghost Pokemon. Defense Curl, probably not going to use, but we can get it. Thunder Punch, 75 base power, 100% accurate, we can use it. I don't know how useful it would be. This is where Thunder Punch would be great, but if you just have access to... I mean, I guess it would be good against Water-type Pokemon, but if you have access to anything else Thunder Punch would be good against, like Flying-type. Ice, Hidden Power Ice is perfect. Detect, not going to use. Rest, not going to use. Attract, probably not going to use. Fire Punch. Fire Punch is great because, like I said about Flame Wheel, it doesn't have a large shelf life. So this is something weird about Pokemon. So if you look at, let me just make sure I got the right one here. So Quilava is upright. So it has fists. So the way that Pokemon is designed in the most weirdest way possible is if they're upright Pokemon like this, then they can use punching moves. But you just saw Quilava is upright. So we cannot use Fire Punch to evolve into Typhlosion. Because of its physiology, and in some circumstances where it might do something on all fours, it cannot learn Fire Punch. but Typhlosion can learn Fire Punch. So this is more powerful than Flame Wheel, and we can buy it from the Goldenrod Game Corner. Goldenrod Department Store. And 75 base power, 100% accurate. Half of that is what, 37.5. So we're looking at just 108 base power, 109 base power, something like that. So pretty effective move. It's not the worst. It's not a bad move. It's a great move. No, it's 113. I can't add. So yeah, it's 113 base power, and pretty solid move. Pretty solid move, I will say. Fury, Cutter, not going to use. Cut and Strength, not going to use. So that's the move set for this Pokemon, and it's going to be a pretty solid move set. It's got decent coverage. We got an ice move, we got a ground move, we got normal move, and we got some very powerful fire moves to get us through the game. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So let's go on back to the main slide, and let's go ahead and give a prediction. Now here's kind of the problem with giving predictions. When I started giving predictions in Generation 1, I had played through probably a good 30 or 40 Pokemon, or 30 Pokemon at that point at least, before I started doing prediction videos. So I kind of had a grasp of how to get around, where everything was, and it was just a matter of playing through and understanding when I would have to overlevel, when I'd have to fight more battles, and when I'd have to like go get different things. Some Pokemon you just skip as many battles as you want and get through the end of the game. When the Mewtwo was like that. Generation, I'm still kind of getting my feet under me. I think I've got a lot of it down pat. I understand how to get return now. I just learned about the pink bow situation because I was doing some scouting for future playthroughs like Centrit, and how you can get the pink bow very early, which is great for normal type Pokemon. So yeah, I'm still learning some of this stuff, but I think this Pokemon is gonna be a little bit faster than Bayleaf or than Chikorita for sure. But I just don't know. I don't think it's going to be like a super fast playthrough. I think it's going to be about 2 hours and 30 minutes, 2 hours and 20 minutes, something like that. And like I said, as I get better, I'm sure my time will get extensively better as I keep playing. But yeah, I think this Pokemon playthrough is going to be fun. This is my favorite starter in Gen 2. I always use it when I play. And the reason why that is because I like to use this Pokemon because there's not another fire type really in the game for a long time. And I always do that. There's not in every generation, even though fire types are some of the coolest ones. There's not except for maybe Gen 1. There's well, let me rephrase that. In Gen 1 early, you can't get a fire. The first fire type Pokemon you can get access to is Flareon, and you have to get all the way through the first 3 gyms. You have to get through all the way to Celadon City to do that. And even the other fire type you can get is either Vulpix or Growlithe, and you're already a third of the way through the game. So, and for fire type Pokemon, it's not great because you have to deal with a lot of things out there. You have to deal with Erica's gym with fire type, so on and so forth. So I always go with fire type, especially whenever there's not a lot of other fire type options in every generation. Even when you look at Generation 3. I mean, let me rephrase that. Generation 3 actually gives you a decent amount of, I really like Torkoal, and you can use Numel. There's a whole bunch of things you can use in Generation 3, but in Gen 2, there's literally none of the fire Pokemon you can get for a long time, and I always have a rule when I play a game. I only play with Pokemon from that generation for the most part. That's the way I like to play. I like to play with only Pokemon in that generation. I don't go back and use... The only exception is sometimes in Pokemon Silver, I would go get Poliwag, because Poliwag can be got early before you near the rooms of Alph, whatever it is, and you can get him early. And I like Poliwhirl is my favorite Pokemon in Generation 1. So, I mean, it's literally in my logo. That's why it's there. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. And Poliwrath is pretty awesome as well. That's how I play through, and this has always been my favorite starter. So, I'm curious to see how it does in a solo playthrough. After looking at some of the movesets for future playthroughs, like with Totodile, I think Totodile is going to be really good. Because it gets access to a lot more things. It doesn't have really any weaknesses anywhere. And yeah, I can't think of a place where it's going to have many struggles. I really don't. That's my prediction. I think this will be about between 2 hours and 20, 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's going to be exciting and fun, and I've really started liking Crystal because I'm able to actually play through pretty fast. And I've actually figured out you just play it straight through. There's not a lot of places I can pause other than maybe like for my own personal reasons. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. How long do you think this takes Cyndaquil to play through? And do you think he is going to, or I think it's actually going to be a she. I've done the PK Hex and set up the Pokemon to play through, and I think it ends up being a C. Yeah, because I name it Cindy because it's a she. But let me know how she is going to do. and how you think she's going to do. And I'll see you guys on Friday. That's when the full playthrough will be out. I will be having a video come out this Wednesday. I don't know if it's going to be Heroes of Might and Magic or Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth. Just tune in Wednesday and you'll find out. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys on Friday.